Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Graybeards Podcast. It's your boy, More Profit in the building. And of course, I got my big little bro in the house, T Profit. I got my man Seth. You guys know him as Sojo. And of course, we got everybody's favorite, my man Keith, KJ, the antithesis. And welcome to another Graybeards Off the Dome edition, NBA Finals predictions. Did y'all think we would not give you guys predictions on this finals, especially with your boy More Profit being a Laker fan and T Profit and Sojo caping for the Heat all playoffs? Of course, we were giving y'all these predictions, and we're about to go round robin. We're going on the record, and there might even be some push-ups in play. So here we go. And we're going to start with my man Sojo. Let's talk about this series, Heat Lakers. Let's get it.
So I got the Lakers. I'm not going against that pick. I've had them from the very beginning. They're going to win the NBA championship. Now it just comes down to how much respect am I going to give the Miami Heat in terms of games, right? I do want to give them some respect, man. As you said, Mo, like I've kind of been on T's cape a little bit in terms of the Miami Heat. I love them. I love what they do. They got Duncan Robinson out here is a former D3 guy, just lighting shit up. Tyler Hero has been amazing in some games. You know, there's a lot to like. Bam Adebayo going nuts. Is a team, blah, 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 right? Everybody's getting fucking bored already. Okay. So, but I'm going to go in terms of prediction here, right off of the top of the dome. I'm going to go Lakers. Damn, I'm going to go Lakers in 5. I just think that the Lakers are too good. LeBron James is just playing at a different level right now. He's taking it when he's got to take it. Anthony Davis, he's showing up, but again, he's not ready to take over the wheel yet. LeBron James is still that guy. And those two just alone are too good for the Miami Heat to handle. The only chance the Miami Heat has is if they play zone a lot and LA can't knock down threes from the perimeter. That's the only chance that they have in my view. So I'm going LA Lakers, and I'm selling LA Lakers in 5 to get her done.
Get her done.
Done.
Who's going to get it done? Because he jumped ship on you real quick.
He jumped ship.
No. Hang on a minute.
You jumped ship. So look.
I always had the Lakers from the beginning, from the very beginning.
True. No. And I bet with the Lakers too, so I get it. But I've been huge on Miami this whole season. Let me break it down like this.
You think?
2004, when the Lakers were stacked with GP and Malone and that whole team, and the Bad Boys came, and I think they won that series in 5. If I'm correct, I think they won that series in 5.
Sure.
It's going to happen again this year. He's winning in 5. I'm telling you.
5.
8 Heat in 5.
Okay. How are they doing that?
I'm about to explain it to you. See,
okay.
AD, eyes lit up because he was playing against Jordan, who we all know, who we love and respect him. He balled out. He doesn't play defense. And LeBron James is going to have a wave of defenders coming at him. Bam is going to lock down AD. Although previously I said he was going to be fine.
Who are these waiver defenders? Who are these waiver defenders? I want to hear you name these waiver defenders.
You still checking for Crowder.
Crowder is going to get up with LeBron a little bit. Iguodala, seasoned, very underrated player. You play him in spot time when you really need him. Now what's the finals is when you really need him.
Have you seen his hair?
We're not talking about his hair right now. This is prime AI time right here. This was the reason you brought AI to Miami, was for the finals to play defense on LeBron James. He remembers that block. He remembers that. He's going to get his payback right now when Heat win in 5. I'm telling you.
So,
Heat
T,
5.
KJ, I'll go because everybody knows who I'm going to pick. So I'll let you go because you'll probably have better insight than me. So I purposely, when we started this Off the Dome edition, didn't ask what you were sipping on. Obviously, T, you've been sipping. And you've been sipping something strong. But you're my brother and I love you because none of what you said made any fucking sense. But it's okay.
At this point, it's an intervention.
We got
to sit him down at this point and say, Thomas, we need to talk a little bit about your drinking habits.
The whole show.
Hold on, wait.
Go ahead. I'm going to continue to let you go.
I'm willing to double down. I just don't talk. I double down. I don't got no problem with it.
So I owe you 70 push-ups. You're willing to put those 70 on the Heat winning?
Hold on, Mo. Let's not get carried away. No, you walking away doing some push-ups, bro. So you go do so. I'll bet some of them. You ain't walking away with the whole 70.
I'm a gambler, T. Double down literally means.
That's kind of what that means. It is.
Double.
I'm not a gambler, and I know that.
True. I'm putting some emphasis behind my statement.
Okay, we're done with you. We're done with you, T. So let me get to my point.
Oh, fine.
So
broke up my whole setup.
Yeah, exactly. So a number of episodes ago, fellas, we had an episode called "Is This Your King?" Right? And we all got hit up, and people were like, "Is that about LeBron? Is that about LeBron?" And that show was not about LeBron. You know, everybody knows now we put Easter eggs in our shows. You got to listen to it to find out where the title comes from. Well, guess what? Now I am talking about LeBron, and he is the king of the Miami Heat.
No.
And that's exactly what's going down right now. And T, you can frown all you want to. Nobody really cares. We saw the triple-double in Game 5. I mean, we keep talking about you depend on. It's been a nice little run by the Miami Heat. Adam Silver's happy. Pat Riley's still here. Heat culture. But you depend on Tyler Hero in the clutch. You depend on Duncan Robinson, as Seth mentioned, that D3 all-star. You depend on him. You depend on Jimmy Butler, who you keep trying to make a superstar, who's shooting, 40% from the floor, barely averaging 20 points, and he's deferring to a rookie in the clutch. You depend on that. And thank God Bam Adebayo had an out-of-body experience, whichever one it was, in Game 6 against the Celtics, in a game that we had never seen from him. I'm not worried about it. And I always tell you, it goes to the best players rule. And the Lakers have the two best players in the series, and they're playing at their apex. Like, we're talking off wax about the lack of rebounds that AD's gotten, and they still pop Denver. You expect them to get less than 10 rebounds a game against the Heat? Stop it. And that zone will be real cute. If the Lakers don't shoot well, the Heat have a chance. But I can't imagine that they're going to zone with LeBron breaking down their defense, and Danny Green, Kentavious Caldwell Pope, and Kyle Kuzma are going to miss a bunch of wide open threes. Man, it's the Lakers in 5. I almost gave the Heat 6, T, but you pissed me off. It's the Lakers in 5, and it's not going to be the 6.
And Mo, hang on real quick, T. Well, Mo, what's crazy is T said, you depend on, and he didn't even bring up those guys you just talked about. He said, you depend on Crowder. You depend on AI.
So he said AI and Crowder to check LeBron. This is not 2015.
Mo, bet them 70, bro. Bet that he win the series.
There it is.
Bet them
there
70.
It is.
It's a bet. KJ, what you got?
Bet them 70. Bet them 70.
I actually wanted to do the push-ups. I'm trying to get in shape for this trip I'm taking, but obviously 70. I don't have to do them anymore. KJ, what you got?
I want to get you back up to 140. Bet the 70.
KJ, what you got?
I just want everyone to know that I'm a Knicks fan. I'm not sure if anyone knows this. I don't know if that's been made public knowledge or not. But there was this gentleman that was on my team named Allen Houston, and he once played the Miami Heat, and he hit that shot that ended their season. And I know I have a bet saying that, the Lakers, I got the field. I can't stand the Miami Heat. I hate the Miami Heat more than I hate the Celtics. I hate the Miami Heat let me show you the Nick hate pecking order. We hate the Chicago Bulls more than anybody. Then we hate the Miami Heat. Dang. Then we hate the Boston Celtics, and then we hate the Indiana Pacers. That's the New York Nick hate pecking order. I can't stand the Miami Heat. To the point that, no, I would rather lose the bet and have the Lakers win than watch the Miami. So, and by the way, I think there is no way in hell that the Miami Heat win this series. I'm sorry. Their two best players are Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler. I never bought it. I don't buy it. I still won't buy it. Look, LeBron's legacy is on the line. LeBron is not losing his legacy to Jimmy Butler in a bubble. I mean, the whole LeBron versus Michael narrative. The only person stopping that from continuing is Jimmy Butler. If you think LeBron is no longer gonna go through the argument of being better than Jordan because of Jimmy Butler, you really think that's gonna be the impetus, the thing that stops that from proceeding? Jimmy Butler?
Yep. I want to have this conversation after Miami win.
No, you
I
don't.
want to have this conversation after Miami win.
You don't want to have that. Look,
Everybody thought Milwaukee was a better team. Everybody
you know what?
everybody thought Boston was a better team, and
You know what?
nobody
Let's
thought
do
that
that for a
Miami
second.
would be here right now.
Let's do this for a second. Miami beat on the way to the finals. Miami beat Indiana. Nobody bought Indiana. So let's take Indiana and put them over there.
Sure, no problem.
All right, you were right. Everybody thought Miami would lose to Milwaukee. But you know what? We found out that that MVP has flaws in his game that we all knew. He couldn't hit an outside shot, and we all knew that. So yes, he had flaws in his game. Now
everybody except for T and I. I just want to.
They only beat the second best player in the bubble. But okay, go ahead.
Now we go to Boston,
Sure.
and everybody knew that Boston had some flaws. You know what? Everybody knew that. Even though people thought that Boston would win, we knew Boston was young. We knew Boston was young. We knew that. So right now, you're playing a team that's not young. You're playing a gentleman that has no flaws in his game. You're playing You're playing somebody that is hungrier. You're playing. So you're just going on complete and utter blind Jimmy Butler love.
Hold on, wait a minute. So we're making excuses for Giannis, who, especially early off, thought Milwaukee was going to come out the East. Second best player in the bubble, and I was like, they weren't who we thought they were. Then they go play Boston, where everybody's saying Boston's a better team. They're a deeper team. It's Jaylen Brown and Tatum, and they got that Kemba, and everybody's Boston. So then they get them out the way. So now we making excuses for all these other teams. Now we get to the Lakers. Now it's like, nope, Miami don't have no chance.
The excuses I was making was for Miami.
No,
those were the
excuses aren't from Miami.
So Sojo, jump in here because you've been real slick with it, because you also picked the Lakers and conveniently excused yourself from this discussion right now. So,
hey, listen, I'm just loving it. I'm loving the back and forth and the banter, and I love how T's got a great memory and kind of recollects how everybody was riding some of those other teams. And he's not wrong, about Boston saying, like you said, Jason Tatum, emerging superstar, the depth that they have, this player, that player, going back to the Milwaukee Bucks. That being said, the Western Conference is still the stronger conference. The Lakers had a tougher road to get to where they are now. And I agree with KJ. LeBron James is not letting the Miami Heat stand in his way from ultimate greatness, because I've said this before. I am on wax saying this. I am a huge Michael Jordan fan who in my mind has been the GOAT. If LeBron wins this championship, there is no doubt in my mind at this point, and probably many other people's, that LeBron James wears that crown, is the greatest of all time.
Well, I got one last thing to say, because I never said it. I give Miami more respect than y'all do. I'll give LA in 6.
Okay.
So everybody's made their pick, and T, only because I love you, bro, I will give you credit for riding with the Heat. Yeah. But just like this Off the Dome episode, all good things must come to an end. And so does the Miami Heat's run. So Graybeards Nation, you got the Graybeards pick for the finals. 3 of us were right, and then 1 person picked the Heat. And that was T. But we hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Make sure you catch us everywhere you get your podcast: Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Listen, subscribe, rate, and review. You can be part of the show. Email us, graybeards100@gmail.com, graybeardpodcast.com. We are all over the place. And we will catch you guys soon. Same bad time, same bad channel. Peace.
Graybeard Nation. Miami Heat version.